With EA College Football deep dives coming, all these new rankings that we're supposed to get this week, and the full game release just a few weeks away, fellas. It's been a while since I made a video kind of recapping everything we know about this much anticipated beautiful game in EA College Football 25. So in honor of the title today, fellas, we are giving you the 25 most important features that you need to know when it comes to EA College Football 25. Whether you're new to the series, guys, and kind of want to get caught up with all the hype, or you're an OG and just want to stay updated with the latest news coming to this game, you're in the right spot. And make sure you stay to the end because we will be detailing information on how you can win a free copy of EA College Football 25 given away by yours truly.
Brother,
First thing we know, guys, is that it's only coming to next-gen consoles. What does that mean? That means only the PS5 and Xbox Series X and S. It is not coming to PC. Although we know that in Madden it has come to PC, guys, EA College Football 25 is a little bit different. One, the development's not quite there yet for another platform, which is the PC, and they're alleging that they don't want people to mod the game and add people that have opted out of NIL. For example, they don't want people coming in with a PC and modding and creating a guy like Arch Manning. There's something to do there with like the player rights and all the things like that. So that's one caveat, and the other one is that the development's just not quite there yet for that either. So it's gonna be only coming to PS5 and Xbox Series X and S. So if you don't have one of those consoles, guys, it's about time you get one if you want to play this amazing game that's coming this July. If not, guys, just I guess tag along and enjoy the channel. Number 2, guys, is 134 teams will be in the game. All 134 FBS teams that were there last season will be in this game. If you have not checked out the video where I detail the 9 new teams that were not there in NCAA 14 that will be in this game, make sure you check out that video. The link is going to be in the description. But what's got me most excited about this, guys, is that it's allegedly going to be 134 different ways to play. Obviously, it's going to be different whether like it's an air raid offense or whether there's a triple option. Yeah, there's going to be some crossover in teams and schemes of like 4 verticals, halfback dives, etc., things like that. But allegedly, it's going to be 134 different ways to play. That means there's going to be nuances within like the same triple option offense or offensive scheme per se. So for example, Army's triple option is going to be slightly different than Air Force's offense. There's going to be some nuances in those offenses and those schemes that not every single team is going to have. So I'm super excited to see how that plays out. I'm super excited to see how a team that's running a triple option can face off versus an air raid offense, and hopefully, you know, it actually is pretty even and there's not like a meta type of offense. Number 3, guys, is the wear and tear system. What that is a fatigue type of a system that is allegedly going to target specific body parts within a player. It's going to target where a player gets hit, how many times he's been used in a game, and it's supposedly going to have the user have to weigh in the risk and reward of keeping a guy that's beat up and could prolong a serious injury versus playing like a freshman who's not very reliable in like the 4th quarter. Do you really need that senior to finish off the game and win you the football game, or can you play with like a freshman even though he might, you know, drop a football in a critical moment?
Maybe this will help. Dad!
What are you doing?
Hold on to
Stop!
fucking
Serious?
Dad!
That's what you got to weigh in. That's kind of what's going to be given to the user. And I'm super excited if that actually plays out how they plan. And it's not like the fatigue system in franchise and Madden, because that is freaking trash. So hopefully they stay away from that fatigue system. And hopefully the wear and tear system is a revamped user system that, you know, kind of weighs in that you can't just throw the ball 50 times a game every single game, or you can't run it with the same player 25, 30 times a game because he's going to get fatigued on a week-to-week basis. Number 4, guys, is the revamped passing system. So what does that mean? There's a new throwing meter in the game. There's one in Madden currently that's kind of weird and it's causing a lot of people to miss throws. So hopefully that's not expanded on in EA College Football 25. Hopefully, you know, there's some way that it's not going to be like if you use a 60 overall quarterback, he's not missing every throw. But my guess is that there's going to be a big discrepancy. So like if Quinn Ewers is throwing the football, it's going to be a lot more forgiving versus if a 60 overall quarterback's throwing, which I guess in a way it's cool, but in a way it's, you know, sometimes hopefully it's not too unrealistic, because I swear in Madden, I'm throwing some drag routes. Sometimes it's like 5 yards away from the quarterback and he just airs them. Like that should not be happening, but I'm curious to see how that's going to work out and curious to see what the learning curve is going to be with that new revamped passing system. We're sure going to break it down in this video, so make sure you like and subscribe to the channel for those tips. Number 5, guys, is there's changes coming to the option type of system, whether that's a pitch or that's a read option, guys. Read options will now be automatic gives to the running back on a zone read. And if you want to pull it out, it's going to have to hold down X or A to go around the defensive end if he crashes on the running back. It was the opposite before, so it's a lot different from what it is now. But I'm excited to see how that change is actually going to be implemented, because it's a lot more realistic. The quarterback does have to pull out the ball, and the pullout game has to be strong if he wants to be good at reading the option.
my man.
The other thing, fellas, it's also that the pitches to the pitchman, if you're running like a triple option, is going to be a lot different. So apparently how hard you hold down the pitch button is going to trigger how hard the pitch is going to go to that pitchman. So if you hold down the button up really hard, it's going to throw a dart of a pitch to the running back, and it could cause him to drop the ball and cause a fumble. Versus if you throw a light airy pitch, it might give the defender time to crash on that running back and hit him and cause another fumble as well. So you got to weigh the balance of what kind of pitch you need. All this stuff is new to the game, but it's got me super excited about how we're going to jump in and run options in the game. Number 6, guys, is abilities. There's obviously no X factors like there is in Madden, which has got me super excited. There is over 80 abilities that are going to be in this game, but it's going to be all kinds of different abilities that are going to apply to each specific position. So not all 80 abilities will be available for quarterbacks. They're all going to be position specific, and there's going to be a max of 5 physical abilities per player and 3 mental abilities. So a total of 8 abilities, and there is going to be a tier system, right? So depending on how good of an attribute a player has, that is the kind of tier that you can unlock for a specific ability. So if, for example, if you want to get the sidestep juke, you need to have agility to like an 85, for example. You know, there's going to be a bronze, silver, gold, and platinum type of abilities that you can unlock for each specific player. Obviously, the more abilities that you have, the better the player will be. But the good thing is that not every single ability will be triggered every single time. It's all dependent on the game, and it's going to have some sort of randomness of whether ability gets triggered or not. So that's got me kind of excited. So not every ability is going to be broken in the game. Number 7, fellas, it's a new kicking system. Very simple. It's a new kicking meter, new kicking system. There's going to be a learning curve there. You might have to practice. Hopefully, I don't get caught in a game having to kick a game winner right away, because this is something I'm sure I'm going to have to practice if I just want to get good at it. And just in case, you know, I don't want to be losing games because I'm missing stupid kicks. So that's something that's going to be different, and probably something you have to go into the training camp and just practice a little bit. Number 8, fellas, is another gameplay feature. It's going to be the switch stick. So on defense, you're going to be able to switch players just by triggering the right stick. This has got me super excited because sometimes when you're using players in Madden, the AI is kind of stupid and they let guys go free. So now, like, let's say you're playing the middle and you're playing no hook to curl with the linebacker, you can probably switch to the free safety and cover a deep zone if you see the post get open over the top and try to undercut it. That's exciting to me. That's going to give more power to the user. Allegedly, the players that were playing it and, you know, in the early release, in the beta that they kind of had down in Orlando, they said that the switch stick wasn't very relevant, but who knows if it wasn't that they were just not used to using it, or it was just something that, you know, that it actually is not working so hot right now. But also, guys, there was still development to be done in the game, so take that with a grain of salt. The switch stick should give us more power on defense, which has got me really excited because I know there's going to be a lot of people that are going to have some cracked offenses. Number 9, fellas, is that there's going to be only 32 players allowed in online Dynasty within the same platform as well. There is going to be no crossplay in EA College Football, which leads me to the next point. There is no crossplay in EA College Football when it comes to Dynasty Mode. There will be crossplay for online head-to-head, or the Road to the College Football Playoffs, I think it's called, or Ultimate Team. So there's going to be crossplay for those, but not for online Dynasty, and it's only going to be limited to 32 online users. I know there was leagues out there starting with like 134 people, each of them having a college. That's not realistic, guys. It's only going to be within the same platform, so you have to have the same system of the league that you're in, and it's only going to be limited to 32 users for now. Obviously, in the future, it's probably going to grow to more players, but for now, that's all we know, and that's what we got for online Dynasty. Number 11, fellas, it's the release date, right? We know it's going to be July 16th for early release and July 19th for the regular release. And guys, to be completely transparent, if you're not going to be playing Ultimate Team and you can wait 3 days, spending the $30 might not be worth it, guys. The only benefit to getting it early is if you miss the game really bad and you're willing to spend an extra $10 a day to have it early, or you're going to be playing Ultimate Team, which is probably going to be a lot of the young kids grabbing the game. For the OGs, I know you're not going to be playing a lot of Ultimate Team, so maybe just waiting the 3 days might be beneficial to you and might help you out in the long run. Number 12, fellas, is that Pro Football Focus will be helping with the ratings. We're getting the ratings this week as this video is dropping, guys. We are looking to get the ratings this week, and Pro Football Focus will be helping with that. I don't know about you guys, but in the past, I've liked how Pro Football Focus has done like rankings and stuff. I think they're pretty fair with the way they've analyzed like teams and done like tier rankings and for like the NFL and college. So I'm pretty excited about Pro Football Focus assisting with the rankings. Well, I'm excited to see what they're going to do, what ratings each team's going to get, what players are going to get. So I'm excited to see it. I guess this is just a matter of whether you like Pro Football Focus or not. I know there's some people that think it's trash and some people that really like it. I really don't mind it. I think they do a rather decent job, better than like ESPN and all that other crap that they just do some randomness. But
I want Iguodala.
Number 13, guys, is that real players will be included in the game for the first time ever. If you're new to this series, guys, and you've never played NCAA football in the past, guys, you do not know the pain of having like quarterback number 11 or halfback number 5. I'm obviously talking about my USC Trojans in NCAA 06. There was a lot of players, a lot of teams that back in the day never had their names in jerseys. We had to go and download the files, put their names on them, and I thought it was like a cool thing that you could do to the game. But for the first time in the history of this franchise, we're gonna have names on the players, so that should be a nice change that should add like nice aesthetics and gameplay experience to us as players, and it should help us familiarize ourselves with a lot of players across the country. So I'm sure we're all going to get very familiar with all the players on Kent State, and we're probably going to watch them on Saturdays once the season starts. Number 14, guys, is the Teambuilder finally returns, guys. I know that was a big question everybody was having. Is Teambuilder going to be there? Are we going to be able to, you know, edit our high schools and stuff like that? And apparently there's going to be a lot of customization. We're probably getting a large Teambuilder deep dive in the next week or two, and I'm super excited to see what that's all about. Teambuilder is finally back. You're going to be able to create your own custom jerseys, own custom players, schools, location, online. So it's similar to how it worked in the past, and I'm sure it's just going to be way more revamped, guys, because it's been 11 long years of development and new things that we can probably do in Teambuilder that we were not able to do in the past. So I'm really excited to see what that's all about. I don't know if you guys seen the leaked images of someone creating IMG Academy or the Bishop Gorman, but I'm so excited to jump in and create my own high school. Number 15, guys, is that you cannot export draft classes in EA College Football 25. So you cannot take a whole draft class and put them into Madden, which is kind of upsetting for those franchise players that are looking to get those drafts. You're still gonna have to go and download like a user-made file, but you can't directly transport an official team from EA College Football into Madden 25. There's something there to do with like some sort of licensing agreement in the NFLPA. Like when they get players that go into MUT, you know, during the draft season, they have to like sign each individual player. Hence why Marvin Harrison took a little bit longer than the other players. So like that's a whole thing there that they can't just directly put them into the game, but it shouldn't be a huge deal unless you're a really, really big franchise player in Madden. Number 16, guys, it is a benefit. Even though you can't directly export draft classes in EA College Football into Madden, there is some light at the end of the tunnel because you can transfer your Road to Glory player into Madden. So you're gonna be able to create a guy, go through the 4 years of college, and then transfer him and try to get him to Canton, Ohio in Madden 25. Even though you can't export draft classes, you can export your Road to Glory player. So I'm excited to see how that all transfers, all the swag, all the looks. I'm excited for that. I'm excited to, you know, create a video where I'm detailing the guy going from some small high school to Canton, Ohio. So to continue on the Road to Glory, guys, number 17 is that there will be no high school experience in Road to Glory. Early on, I was kind of upset about this, but thinking about it, it's not the worst thing in the world. The game is literally detailed about college experience. Even though I wanted high school to be expanded upon, even like through a junior and senior year, when you think about it, the most important part is just picking a college and going to it and then earning your starting spot and earning that Heisman Trophy. So that's kind of the whole basis of Road to Glory. High school is not really that important, even though earning scholarships was cool. I'm sure that's something that they're going to add in the later editions of the game and make it a selling feature for future editions of EA College Football. Number 18, guys, is the positions that you can be in EA College Football in terms of Road to Glory. It's coming down to 5 positions. You can be a quarterback, halfback, or wide receiver on offense. So you can't play lineman or tight end. And on defense, you can only be a middle linebacker or a corner. So you can't play safety or the D-line, which is fine, I guess. Those are the 5 top positions everyone plays anyhow. I'm sure, like I said, just similar to how they might expand on the high school experience, I'm sure in Road to Glory, they might expand on what positions you can play in the future editions of the game. But for now, it's only those 5 positions: quarterback, halfback, wide receiver, middle linebacker, and corner. Number 19, guys, it's that online head-to-head will have like a tiered type system. It's going to be called Road to the College Football Playoff, and allegedly you have to get some sort of wins. You have to get like 10 wins in some sort of season. I do not know what it will entail, how many games you'll be confined to get those 10 wins, but apparently there's going to be divisions that you're going to be able to navigate to make sure that you're on the top of the online head-to-head forums. I think this is going to be similar to FIFA or EAFC if you ever played it, and the way you rank up in divisions. But I'm super excited to see like how you can jump in, get those 10 wins, go to a playoff, and then hopefully win a national championship. I'm excited to see how that's going to work out, the presentation of that, because I know that's one thing that FIFA's liked in the past. The presentation of, you know, moving up divisions is always going to be kind of lackluster, but I'm excited to see how that's going to work out. The biggest thing is that I hope for is that when you're playing someone in, let's say, in the playoff or in the national championship, it's a national championship for them as well. It's not just another pickup game that they just jump into a national championship game. I hope everyone's in the same stage, so you have the same thing at stakes when you're playing online head-to-head if you're in the college football playoff or in the national championship. Number 20, guys, is that there's going to be ranked levels for those online head-to-head systems. So I'm sure that as you play, guys, we're all going to start off in bronze, then you're going to jump to silver, then to gold, then to platinum, just like the abilities. But in the ranked seasons, there's going to be a 5th tier, which is going to be legend. This is going to be like the sweaty of the sweats, similar to like in MLB The Show, how they have Hall of Fame and they have World World Series. Like, I'm sure there's going to be some sort of tiered system here as well, where if you're in like the legendary division or the legendary tier, you're going to be playing only sweaty ass players. Number 21, guys, is a little bit about Ultimate Team, is that there will be legends in this game. I don't know if you guys noticed, when there was news coming out about EA College Football, I saw Tim Tebow posted something and it said say paid sponsorship, so I'm sure they paid him to make a post and get some marketing for it. So I'm excited because Tim Tebow was like literally my favorite college football player of all time, and we know that the Heisman Trust is in the game, so I'm sure that every single Heisman winner will come into the game in some way, shape, or form through Ultimate Team. So I'm excited to do that and play with like Barry Sanders, Kyler Murray, Joe Burrow, the guys that we kind of missed out on. I'm excited to jump in with those guys and just explore what it could be like in Ultimate Team. Hopefully it doesn't get taken over and takes over the game, but for now what we know is that Dynasty and Road to Glory have been the emphasis, and everybody that played early, they said that they didn't even bring it up at EA Sports. So that's gonna be super excited. Clearly that's not gonna be an emphasis, but I'm sure down the road it's gonna turn into that. But for now, I'm hopeful that the game mode is actually gonna be fun until it gets too sweaty and taken over by little 12-year-olds. Number 22, guys, is that we will have multiple commenting crews. We'll have like David Pollock and all those other guys, Jesse Palmer and one crew, and then you're gonna have like Kirk Herbstreit and Reese Davis doing the big games. Those guys are gonna be taking over the big ones. So like if you're playing in a conference championship or a highly ranked game or in a national championship, Kirk Herbstreit is going to be on the call with Reese Davis. And then on the other, like, you know, week-to-week games that are not super popular, especially if you're like playing in a group of 5 school, it's going to be mostly Jesse Palmer, David Pollock, and those guys. The other thing that we know, guys, is that on Ultimate Team, there's going to be some sort of college football Ultimate Team champs and the champs gauntlet, they're calling it. I'm sure that's going to be more like weekend league type of thing. So like as you like level up and you're winning online head-to-head games, there's going to be some sort of weekend league that you can tier for, and then you're going to get like really cool packs. Hopefully not everything's stuck behind a paywall, and that's actually fun, and everyone can have like an average even team. And obviously, again, there's also no meta for offense, because then that just makes the game boring if everyone's just playing the same freaking way. Number 24, guys, is that there's an emphasis on pageantry. If you didn't know this, guys, this is what it's going to make it much more different than Madden, is the pageantry of the college football. Every stadium, every team has sent stuff to EA Sports to make each atmosphere authentic. Obviously, there's a lot of music rights that are not in the game that we were expecting, like Enter Sandman at Virginia Tech or Jump Around at Wisconsin. Those are 2 big names that we are not going to have in the game, although there is going to be some music like Mo Bamba for Penn State. There's a lot of different stuff that is in the game. There's a lot of stuff that licensing rights were too much for EA Sports to pay for just for a college football game. So I guess it kind of makes sense, but the pageantry itself will be there, like the way the teams enter the stadium, the way the teams, you know, the atmosphere looks, the way the stadium renders, you know, Iowa waving to the hospital, like all these cool traditions I'm sure are going to be in the game as well. And finally, guys, number 25 is that this is not going to be a Madden reskin. I do not know how many times I have to say this, but Madden is not going to be the same as EA College Football. I don't know if you guys saw the gameplay, but it's completely 2 different games. One looks wider, faster. The other one looks more slowed down, and that's because in the NFL, player gaps and player skill gaps are a lot closer than they are in college football, which I think that's what the EA College Football team was going for. So I'm super excited about that. If you still think this is a Madden reskin, I don't know what to tell you. You're probably in the wrong spot, and I guess all hope is lost for you, bud, because this game is a lot more different than Madden. I'm super excited in the weeks to come and learn about these deep dives that are coming. But that said, fellas, we are on the road to 10,000 subscribers, guys. I love the growth of this channel, guys. We have been killing it. But if you guys want to be entered on a chance to win a copy of EA College Football for free, guys, all you have to do is like this video and comment down below which one is your favorite feature that I discussed today. And the moment we reach 5,000 subscribers, we will be giving away a copy of EA College Football. If we can reach 5,000 subscribers before the game drops, guys, I will not only be giving away 1 copy, but I will be giving away 2 copies, guys. And if you're excited for this kind of content, guys, and you want to learn more about EA College Football 25, check out this video right here to learn more. And remember, boys, nice guys finish first, and God bless. Peace.